teacher could hardly believe his eyes. There was the student who often skipped class, and he was driving his pickup truck at almost 20 miles per hour. The teacher could only follow behind, get caught up in crime. Another teacher pointed out to White that the prison was right across from the school.
You notice we got one right next door?
I noticed.
Handy.
She knew White is a city guy, probably wouldn't stay long, but she still hoped White would treat these kids well and give them some good memories. White thought about that. He went back to the principal with a notice. The state education department had a new fund dedicated to schools, starting new sports programs, and cross-country was and wear tattered shoes. White felt uneasy. For their first race, he paid for new shoes and uniforms out of his own pocket. The kids were excited.
Ain't no way I'm wearing these.
Their opponents were experienced teams from private high schools.
Where the hell's McFarland?
Here they can't run without a cop behind them.
Facing the ridicule, they bottled their anger and waited for the starter's gun. They burst out with motivation. Cross-country meant running through nature over varied terrain. Nearing the finish on a riverbank, his tough style led to complaints, and after accidentally injuring a student, he lost his city job and had to move his family to this remote town. He started the team to make a difference and find a way back. The next day, he took the team to an area piled with dirt mounds, the closest thing to mountains McFarland had. He made them run up and down. Over and over they ran until they were exhausted, until White said, "Stop," but Wallace kept going. But for these kids, it was their only chance. He asked Wallace if he wanted to keep running.
Me too.
White dove into studying cross-country strategy, analyzing videos for techniques. In daily training, he drilled the kids on these details. Their next race was against the top team in the section perfect opponents to test their progress. This time, they ran on their home turf, starting from the school, past the prison fence, through the desolate streets, across the land they both raised and exploited them. Wallace held third place, his face relaxed and confident. In the final 800 meters, he accelerated past their first victory. There were no wild cheers under the setting sun, just a deeply moving group hug. Just as hope seemed to set sail, it hit a reef. A heavy-set kid and his two brothers quit the team under pressure from their parents.
What?
White went to talk to them and was invited to stay for dinner. The family offered him their best food and a large box to take home. Seeing the large family they had to support, White's rehearsed words stuck in his throat. The father knew why White was there. He said cross-country was like a TV for them. It's not a necessity.
Each hour that my boys train with you is 1 hour they do not work with me. That's food off our table.
I don't expect a man like you to understand.
He thought this would discourage White, but the next dawn, the stubborn teacher showed up at the farm. He worked alongside them, picking crops from sunrise to noon. Sweat soaked his clothes repeatedly. His back was breaking. They'd only finished a small section. The kids had him lie down and skillfully massaged his sore muscles. This pain they'd known since they were 10. In that moment, White finally understood and became more determined to help them escape. He proposed scheduling training after farm work and promised to help during the busy season. This sincerity moved the parents, and training resumed. After that, McFarland improved rapidly, defeating 2 strong teams in a row and getting featured in the newspaper. Another teacher showed White an essay written by a team member. The teacher sincerely thanked White for the change he'd brought to these kids.
When we run, we are the gods.
Time for the sectional preliminary race, the qualifier for the state championship. The team even had its own fans now. On the way, the heavy-set kid asked for the 20th time how big the hills were. White pointed out the window at the natural barrier and nervously swallowed his own fear. His success with this remote team was making him known. He'd even received job offers from other schools, which he quietly pocketed. He went to his nervous athletes to pump them up, till 4th place was announced, McFarland.
Look at that. You did it.
Fate doesn't abandon those who give their all. On the drive home, White took them to a scenic beach. The guard wanted $9.50 admission. White only had $5. He said these kids had never seen the ocean. Seeing their hopeful faces, the guard let them in for free. The sea under the sunset shone with a warm golden light, a natural gold medal rewarding their relentless effort. This victory electrified the town. They raised money for new team uniforms and threw a huge quinceañera for White's daughter. A local uncle brought his lowrider car club to give her a ride. It was meant well, but they encountered a rival gang on the road. When White got the call and arrived, he saw scratches on his daughter's leg. They offered him the head track coach position, but his daughter didn't want to leave and told Wallace about White's plan. Wallace was disappointed but understood.
Everyone's always gonna go for the better everything. We all get it. But it pay, it's better everything.
White was torn. He remembered the neighbor's chicken when he first arrived, the shopkeeper's shoulder, all the small kindnesses his wife told him living there felt like home. And he learned the scratch on his daughter's leg happened when the kids pushed her out of harm's way.
Your team jumped in front of her. They pushed her out of the way. They protected her like she was their family. You think she's gonna find that in Palo Alto?
On the day of the state championship, the whole town cheered.
You guys are superhuman. There's nothing you can't do with that kind of strength, with that kind of heart.
Fayen, 12 teams, 84 athletes ran the race of their lives. Wallace held the lead, entering a tunnel before the finish. He glanced back into the darkness, then charged toward the bright future. Wallace won first place, but their second runner was a minute slow, risking their score. Became police officers, some journalists, some teachers. Many returned home to contribute to their town. When White first arrived, a shopkeeper gave him a sapling and told him to plant it in his yard. Thinking he wouldn't stay long, White refused. But by building a team, he helped kids realize their dreams and brought new life to the town. Without even realizing it, he had planted that seed of hope and watched it grow strong until it provided shade for all. Their story of breaking through the injustice and limitations of fate, their power to fight for a better life, continues to nourish the land of McFarland.